This election, I think, is going to decide the fate of America and the fate of Western civilization.
And they tried to kill the next president of the United States. Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
If you try to kill our citizens, we will kill you. If you spill a drop of American blood, we will spill a gallon of yours.
If you come back, we're going to kill you. We're going to give you the death penalty or kill you.
The fact is, and I'll say it now, you have to get him the hell out. You have to get him out. We will make America great again.
Wow, wow, wow. What a jacked up intro. Thank you to everybody. Today was a great day. The weekend was great as well. My Monday live show. For those of you who don't know, yesterday I was asking to get to 9,000 followers on X, so I put a post out. It went crazy, and you fellow patriots did the job. I am now sitting at 10,500. My phone has not stopped buzzing for the last 4 hours with patriots following me. And I know you guys want follow backs. I will try to, but I'm in X jail, as you guys all know how that is. I can't follow back anybody because I've reached my limit. But thank you so much. If you're following on X, go to my page, click on my YouTube link, and please drop a like. If you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Now, why was this weekend amazing? Because I did my duties as a citizen. And there it is. I put my vote in for Donald J. Trump, just like the people are supposed to, you know? And after they give you this great sticker, and why not show it off? Right there it is. I voted. I am voting to make America great again and to do my duties. And I know that this movement is spreading because people who you never thought would come out and be public are now starting to show and get a little bit of bravery. I wore my Maga hat in the line, which you're not supposed to, okay? No one said anything. I got fist pumps. I got, let's go. We need him back in the whole line. Everybody was cheering me in the line. It was great. And I'm in Illinois, blue state, by the way, if we think it's blue. I was happy that they actually verified my signature when I went to vote. So at least they are doing something now that is better than what they were doing in the past. So that is good. So when I got up to the booth, the lady's like, you need to take your hat off. I did not give her attitude. I just said, okay, I'll put it away because my vote matters more than wearing the hat while voting. But as soon as I was done voting, I put it on, and what a great day it was. And then I'm watching Sunday Night Football, and Bosa, man, what a G. Here's Bosa on Sunday Night Football.
Points in the first half. What was said during halftime? Hey, all right, Nick Bosa with a message there.
And if you see Nick Bosa, you see that his teammates are laughing and having a good time. They didn't look embarrassed, which they could have. And for those of you who want a better still image, here it is. You could see, make America great again. And Nick Bosa has been outspoken, and he is just a true warrior in the movement. And having the audacity to do that when a few years ago you would have been canceled for stuff like that. So that is good to see people do that. But after the game, he had a press conference, and of course he was asked about it. And this is what Nick Bosa had to say.
Would appear to be a political statement.
I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think it's an important time.
It is a very important time. Nick Bosa realizes this. And yeah, he didn't want to get too far into it, but we all know that that made an impact. And were the lefties triggered? They probably were. They were so triggered. Oh, no. But here's the lefties' plan. And I got this overlay, and this is pretty cool because I saw this on X. I love X, by the way. You guys need to get on if you're not on, because they have a lot of great stuff. This is the plan. We need to beat Trump. Suggestions: promise to be better, attack Trump, prove to run the country better. And then they just toss the guy who says prove to run the country better out the window. That's basically what they do. I mean, that fits their plan perfectly. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And the left really has a problem, and this chart really shows it. So you can see with married men, they're getting killed. With married women, they're getting killed. With unmarried men, they're losing. But where they pick up the most votes is with unmarried women. And does the Democratic Party have a problem with married women? Unmarried women, I'm sorry. It's almost like they want to advertise to that. Killing babies, not having the family. That seems to be the Democratic way. And it's just getting disgusting. And lately, this has been going on with all the celebrities that seem to be endorsing. If you're caught on the Epstein tape, you're caught on the Diddler tape, you're celebrities for Kamala. That seems to be going on right now as we speak. It's very true. If you've been watching, it seems like every celebrity that endorses has a tie to either one of these two men. And it's getting crazy. So Kamala was in Houston doing a rally. And of course, all she talked about was abortion. But the big draw was Beyonce. Beyonce was supposed to be there, and people expected a free concert. But here's what they got. They got the bait and switch.
The Kamala Harris rally in Houston, Texas was absolutely insane. You saw Beyonce and Kelly Rowland walked out. Kelly looked like Beetlejuice. And then after that, Kamala walks out, right? She gives him the hug, and everybody's so mad because they're like, what? Beyonce only spoke for 3 minutes? I thought we were going to get a free concert. Wait, what? What's going on? Wait, why is she hugging Kamala? I thought this was a concert. Oh, and then Kelly and Beyonce have a nice little moment, reminiscing. And then everybody realizes it was a bait and switch, and they walked their butts out. As soon as Kamala got on that dang stage, everybody was pissed off, rightfully so. They duped us. They duped the entire city of Houston, Texas. 30,000 pissed off people right before an election less than 2 weeks away. What is Kamala Harris thinking? It was a night to forget, I'll tell you that much. Kamala Harris.
I mean, it's sickening. This is the second time that Beyonce's been teased. And then it comes out that they paid her $10 million to say those, I support you, Kamala. I support the killing of babies. We need women's rights, even though I'm married with kids. This is sickening to me. Everything. Even today, she's tweeting constantly. The right for freedom's on the ballot. Women's rights are on the ballot. Trump was president before. Women's had the same rights. Every state gets to decide now. And Kamala, you've been the vice president for 3.5 years. If you could have overturned Roe and Wade, why haven't you made that your mission as vice president to get that overturned if that's such a big deal for you? But nobody takes the time to even think about that. Like, why hasn't that been overturned? And, she can't do it. Kamala's all talk, no walk. It's constant. She hasn't done anything. You can see it with the border. You can see it. She plays solitaire on her computer. She's got a 92% staff turnover. But here's what happened when Kamala started speaking. Oh, poor Kamala was getting booed. Yeah, they let her have it. Nobody's there for Kamala. She is fading before our eyes. It is a thing of glory. Unless you're Daniel Prado, no one's liking this lady right now. And for anybody who knows Daniel Prado, he is a streamer who I used to stream with, and I offered to bring him on my channel and debate him. And what did he do? In classic liberal fashion, he went into triggered mode and banned me from his Discord so that I could no longer ask him anymore and banned me off his channel. Why are you afraid to debate? Why are you afraid to stand up for your candidate? Huh? I can tell you what I like about Trump and what he's going to do because he has a track record, and you just have Trump derangement syndrome. But it's just funny. Now, after the rally, after she got booed, there was some Trump supporters outside, and look at this video because this is just pathetic. This sickened me. This angered me when I saw this video because you don't mess with kids, and it just shows you how far the Democratic Party has gone where they are yelling at kids and doing things. And she's lucky. That guy handled it well. I'm not sure many people would have handled it that well, especially if you're attacking somebody. I know I don't have kids, but if you are attacking a kid of my friends, I would go berserk. Okay. That guy, I give him credit. I would not have been able to handle it. So Trump, I think, did the ultimate tease at his rally on Friday night because we all know he's big into wrestling, and he did the Undertaker podcast, and here was him coming out to Undertaker's music. But what it signifies is him burying the Kamala campaign. And here is Trump. Yeah, he was just putting that shovel and burying and piling it on. Now, I have to say something because we just broke another record. Thanks to my viewers on X. We have broken the biggest live stream that isn't my long form live stream on Wednesday nights, which I do with the gang. We are at 86 people. So if you are currently on X watching this, can you please like the stream right now and repost this so it can get out to everybody because we want everybody to see. And in the meantime, we are all going to watch this powerful Trump ad because this is him furthering the burying of Kamala.
Kamala Harris. Let's get one thing crystal clear. The vast majority of American men have no issue with electing a female president. Our issue lies solely with you. You were second in charge of California for 13 years.
As California's Attorney General, Harris promoted enforcement of a law that allowed prosecutors to seek jail time for parents of truant kids.
As a prosecutor and law enforcement, I have a huge stick. So I decided I was going to start prosecuting parents for truancy.
I thought that was crazy. I was like, how can you lock parents up?
If you don't go to school, Kamala's going to put you and me in jail. Yes, we achieved intended effect.
I opened the door and I see at least 7 or 8 cops wanted to arrest me. As a matter of fact, they did.
And frankly, you know the prosecutors in my office who volunteered to do this? My homicide prosecutors, my gang prosecutors. And they went over there and I said, when you go over there, look really mean.
She had me arrested and prosecuted because my handicapped daughter was sick in the hospital and had missed some days of school.
I learned that with the swipe of my pen, I could charge someone with the lowest level offense. That person could be arrested. They could lose time from work and their family maybe lose their job. They'd have to come out of their own pocket to help hire a lawyer, they'd lose standing in their community.
I lost my job and couldn't pay rent, and we got evicted.
Weeks later, I could dismiss the charges, but their life would forever be changed.
I became homeless. We had to move into a motel.
All because of the swipe of my pen.
I don't agree what Kamala Harris did to my mom, and I don't agree with what she's done to other parents as well.
You were second in charge of the United States for 4 years.
If anything, would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
Inflation is hitting the highest level in 39 years. A record high number of illegal crossings.
Crime's been surging across the nation.
Huge spikes in homicides.
Could we be heading toward World War III?
After 17 years of failed leadership, you are now asking us to trust you as first in charge of our country.
I am concerned and focused on big issues. Elementary and middle school truancy is actually a big issue if we're trying to save the state money.
Because of truancy, California public schools lose $1.4 billion a year in funding.
I want money.
My message to all Americans, do not trust Kamala Harris.
As men and protectors of women and children, you are simply a risk we are not willing to take.
Paid for by Maga Alliance and not authorized by any candidate or candidates.
That is a powerful video because this is stuff that she actually did. She tried to put parents in jail, sorry, not prison, but in jail for truancy. It is unbelievable. And she got away with this. What she did to her community in San Francisco, what she's done in the past, and now she wants to move up to the highest office. It is sickening. And everything she does, she projects onto Trump, which is what she is doing. She has used the DOJ against Trump, and now she wants to put it on him like he's going to do this thing. It sickens me every single time. But Trump has many people now in his corner willing to speak up. And here's Logan Paul on his show.
He said, what's going to happen if Trump wins the presidency? Will America be all right?
If Trump wins, America is going to be great again. And there will no longer be tampons in boys' locker rooms. There will no longer be boys and girls sports. And we're going to get our country back. If Trump doesn't win, our country is fucked to never come back, ever. It's the most important election in the entire
universe
of the United States.
All right. I'll call you later. Thanks for your input.
Hey, make sure that makes it on air. Don't cut it.
All
right. Okay, so according to your dad, it is a very important election, JJ.
They didn't cut it. It made it on air. That's Logan Paul's dad. They know what this is all about. And I can't find one person who can think logically about this situation and be like, oh, Kamala's going to do a great job. All it is I hate Trump. I hate Trump. I hate Trump. I hate Trump. Watch some streamers on the left. And it's basically just, oh, Trump sucks. Trump's going to do this. He's a threat to this. He was already president for 4 years and we had an amazing economy. Amazing economy. Things were looking up in this country, and then COVID hit. And then they wanted to weaponize COVID against him to steal an election. And yes, I will say steal an election, because you can't tell me that Basement Joe beat him out. And now with the way you're seeing them attack states, like they sued Virginia and a judge wanted illegals put back on the voter rolls. Like why would they do that? And JFK had to get sued to get on some of the ballots. But then as soon as he endorses Trump, he has to sue to get off the ballots. And they were suing to keep him on the ballots. What does this tell you? It tells you that they are deceitful and they're trying to do things. And when there's deceit, there's usually intent. And the good thing, though, now is I think people have woken up and Trump is truly making this too big to rig. Early voting numbers are looking astonishing for Trump. But we have to go out there and do our duty. Go vote. Bank your vote in. We need every vote possible to get this done. Now, Kamala was doing an interview, and, Trump said on Rogan that she should do a cognitive test. And here's how she handled that.
Donald Trump was on Joe Rogan, and he called you, Madam Vice President, a very low IQ person, and said, I think she needs to take a cognitive test. I think Kamala should have a test because there's something missing. There's something wrong with her.
Oh, me? I need cognitive test? Me? I mean, Trump said he'll do one. I think she would chicken out in the end. I would think she would. I honestly think she would. But she has been getting super, super angry. Have any of you watched her rallies? I mean, I do, because I need to watch both sides. I need to know what she is saying so I can give you guys the best interpretation of what's going on. And then I found this video, and this video describes it 100% perfect.
And behind the seal of the President of the United States. Never again.
Wait a second. I thought she said Trump was Hitler, and I'm not comparing her to Hitler. I don't want to go down that path. But whoever told her that wearing that brown jacket was a good idea, look at this. I mean, can we, do we see it? Do we see it? Who told her to wear this brown jacket while acting like, pretty obvious there. Who's advising her? I just want to know who's advising her. Crazy, crazy, crazy times we are living in. It is amazing. And Kamala, while out and about, we know Trump doesn't drink. So she went out with Gretchen Whitmer to have a few drinks, but she forgot the mics were on after she did her staged bit.
Yeah. Oh, we have microphones in here listening to everything. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. So,
You'll
now
bleep
you tell
my
us.
F words.
We just told all the family secrets. Shit. Anyway, it's good to see you.
Have another beer, Kamala. No worries. Just have another drink. Have another drink. It is so sickening. And in there, I don't know if you could hear it as well as I could, because I had headphones in when I first listened to it. She's basically trying to express to Gretchen Whitmer how she's struggling with men. Well, they thought their plan yesterday was going to get the men to really, really get energized. They were going to have AOC play Madden with Tim Walz on a stream. There's only one problem. Everything they do is fake, and they don't even try and hide it. The controller wasn't even on for Tim Walz. I'm playing Madden. Oh, she's got a good defense. I'm the coach, and I can't even score a point. That's how he was talking. It was unbelievable. And they thought that's going to connect with men. And they decided to do this while NFL's on. If you're a man, you're not going to be watching Tim Walz playing Madden with AOC, because that's the most cringe fest thing ever. You are going to be out there and actually watching football, betting on the games, doing things. I don't know what you guys do, but that's what I do. I had to watch my Bears lose on a last-second Hail Mary. It hurt. It hurt a lot, but I digress. So she's out having a drink, and it's been known that maybe she likes alcohol, because she sure seems like she's on it a lot. And you know how Trump went to the barber shop and he looked like he was a natural there, and how he connected and he was able to seem genuine at the barber shop? Well, here's Kamala's bit at the barber shop.
How's everybody doing? Well, good. Vice President, we thank you so much for coming and being with us to have this conversation inside the barbershop.
Indeed, that's where all the truth gets spoken. That's
look,
where the news gets shared.
And like this, we kind of breaking the code. We got you in the barbershop. It's a little private, but
not my first time.
Okay, I'm just saying we got you in here today.
Yeah, they got her in the barbershop. Oh man, do you see? That's why I've been here. And she has to do her accents. She had another accent. Now all of a sudden she went to church, guys. Did you know that? She's now a churchgoer. After last week, she told people at her rally that when they said Jesus is king, that they're at the wrong rally. But what's real is Trump speaking to people of faith and actually praying with them. And that's where he just was before I started this live stream. So, I mean, the guy they want to paint as Hitler, the guy they want to say is the devil, is actually the one being genuine. And the one who's doing that painting is being disingenuine. Well, here is Madison Square Garden, the rally. It was probably the best rally I've seen. A lot of speakers, and here it is. Look at the crowd. This isn't for a Knicks game. This isn't for an NBA Finals game. This is for Donald Trump. Okay, there was about 25,000 in. It was to capacity. The police would not let them bring any more in, the fire marshals. It was to capacity. And MSG tried to play tricks. People there were hungry, and the concession supposedly opened while Trump started speaking. They were trying to play tricks, but it didn't work. You know, they wanted to make it seem like people were leaving, but it didn't work. And, you know, it's crazy. It didn't work. But here's another thing. 325,000 missing migrant children. The Democrats sleep. Illegals killing Americans. The Democrats sleep. A comedian makes a joke they don't like. They go full triggered mode. And it is nuts. It's 100% nuts. Kill Tony made a joke about there's an island with garbage in the ocean, and he was talking about Puerto Rico. It didn't even land the joke at the time, but here is Tim Walz used it against Tony, and here's what he said: "These people have no sense of humor. Wild that a vice presidential candidate would take time out of his busy schedule to analyze a joke taken out of context to make it seem racist. I love Puerto Rico and vacation there. I made fun of everyone. Watch the whole set. I'm a comedian, Tim. Might be time to change your tampon." It's 100% true. The left can't seem to take a joke. And, you know, afterwards, he's making fun of Puerto Rico. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. But here is the left. This is okay. It's okay for them to make a joke of Trump's bloody head, you know, cutting Trump's head off, burning his head, hanging Trump, piercing Trump, and putting Nazi symbols of Trump. That's okay to a lefty, but not making a joke from a comedian. They wanted to attribute a comedian's jokes on Trump. And it's sickening. It's sickening when you watch this stuff. You're like, how can they just do this all the time? It's unbelievable. And then CNN, I don't even know how CNN has their license, because this is what they put out about the rally.
But that jamboree happening right now, you see it there on your screen, in that place is particularly chilling, because in 1939, more than 20,000 supporters of a different fascist leader, Adolf Hitler, packed the garden for a so-called pro-America rally, a rally where speakers voiced anti-Semitic rhetoric from a stage draped with Nazi banners. When a Jewish protester rushed the stage, the Associated Press reported, quote, "Instantly, a dozen or more stormtroopers set upon him, knocking him down and beating him as he held his head in his arms. Most of his clothing was torn from his body. Later, he was booked for disorderly conduct." Now, against that backdrop of history, Donald Trump, the man who has threatened to use the military against opponents he calls enemies from within, who has threatened to use the troops to quell what he says are lawless cities, and to use those troops to carry out mass deportations of immigrants, is once again turning Madison Square Garden into a staging ground for extremism.
Do you see how sickening that is? Well, can you tell me what Nazi rally had a Jewish guy, a black guy, and a Hispanic guy speak at that rally? And why do they want to compare it? Do they not realize that the DNC was held there for Clinton? Do they not realize that they've held rallies there in the past? So now anybody who has a rally at Madison Square Garden, I guess, is a Nazi, just for having a rally there. But what really is the case is the left was triggered that he went into a blue zone and packed the house. 25,000 inside and another 75,000 lined up down the streets listening to Donald Trump. That scares them to death. That's what they got triggered about, and they had to attack it any way they could. And, they wanted to attack, kill Tony and go after that. Well, guess what's in the news? Everybody's paying attention to Trump's rally, and no one is saying, I'm not going to vote for Trump because of this. You keep doing things that backfire on you guys. Keep doing it. The more you get triggered, the more mistakes you guys make. It's unbelievable. And I just want to say, 172 of you watching, this is a record. Thank you so much. Please like wherever you're at, subscribe, go to my YouTube page. Please let me grow my YouTube page. Twitter is, I'm still getting notifications like crazy. You guys are the best. Maga is the best. And you guys are the most welcoming and supportive people. We support everyone. And I am in ex-jail, like I said, so I will try and follow as many of you back as I can. But this is okay for the left. When Lopez makes a joke at a Kamala rally, no one says anything on the
Donald Trump said he was going to build a wall. And George Lopez said, you better build it in one day, because if you leave that material out there overnight.
Oh, yeah, he's talking about Mexicans stealing. That's what he's inferring to. Why isn't everybody saying, oh, my God, oh, man, he made fun of the Mexicans. They're not going to come about. See, that's the hypocrisy here. The news didn't even care about George Lopez. They didn't even care. But one person at a Trump rally makes a joke. Whoop. Cry foul. Cry foul. That's how the left is going to act, and it's sickening when you think about it. And this was making its way throughout Twitter. And this is why I love, X, sorry. This is why I love X. And this is why I thank Elon every day for what he is doing. Because in the past, things like this would have been left to slide. But the internet sleuths were able to figure it out. So somebody put this picture of Kamala with her McDonald's uniform. Oh, look at her on the right there. That might have passed, actually, It could have passed had this been 2020, where they're censoring all information they don't like. But they actually put her face onto a picture of a girl who died of cancer, who worked at McDonald's. That is sickening. And this wasn't Kamala's team, but it was making its way. This is what the lefties are doing. Oh my God, because they got so triggered that Trump's McDonald's spit hit, and it hit hard. And then J.D. Vance, who originally I wasn't a huge fan, but I didn't know much about him. And I'm going to say that. I obviously didn't know much about him. And he is impressed. And here's him on CNN, and he just crushes Jake Tapper.
Ask yourself a basic question about network integrity. You guys talked about the Russia hoax nonstop.
The FBI was investigating it. The FBI was investigating it, so we covered them.
And so you took the words of unnamed FBI agents and put them on your network as if they were the gospel truth. You did it again and again. A viewer of your network would have believed that Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin conspired in 2016.
No.
That was totally and preposterously false.
No.
Well, that's
what you just said
why.
is false. We covered an FBI investigation. I don't know why you want to talk about the FBI investigation.
You covered it in a way that gave credence to anonymous sources' accusations. You did it yourself. Your network did it, Jake. But again, can we talk about the issues that Americans care most about?
I'm talking about things that Donald Trump has said.
Yes.
If you have an issue with whether or not he's talking about the economy enough, that's between you and your running mate. I'm talking about things he has said this week.
Every single rally that he does, he talks about how he wants to unleash American energy so we can lower the cost of groceries. He talks about the fact that housing has become unaffordable. He talks about the wide open border, Jake. Kamala Harris and her allies, it's interesting. Kamala Harris and her media allies, and I would put CNN in this category. You guys seem to care.
I'll tell you that. They wouldn't.
Well, they should watch your network more, because you guys seem to care more about Donald Trump's past than the future of the American people. We're running this campaign on making the American dream.
I'm specifically asking about how Donald Trump is going to be president in the future should he win, and then we're being told
he's going to pursue economic policies that lower the cost of groceries and make life more affordable again. He talks about it every single day on the campaign trail, and so do I. What you're talking about is an anonymously sourced story, or one guy
anonymously sourced,
or one guy who is a disgruntled employee.
I told you,
five other people pushed back against him and said that what he said was dishonest. So why don't we talk about the policy that's affecting American citizens and not what Donald Trump allegedly said, according to one guy who's pissed off because he got fired by.
That is perfect. He destroys Jake Tapper. And Jake Tapper wants to claim like they're unbiased. We know you're biased. You guys have pushed so much propaganda, and the mainstream media knows that their time is up. They are not getting the same love as they once did. People are not listening to them. And do you know how I know people aren't listening to him? And this is powerful because Trump is using different avenues to get his message out than ever before. And he went on Joe Rogan, and that was amazing interview. If you haven't watched it, watch it. But here's one comment that caught my eye. So this guy watching, Brandon Krebs, I would like to publicly apologize. Media made me believe Donald Trump was the devil. Can't believe I was fooled like that. Embarrassing, really. Lesson learned. People are waking up, and there's many comments like that because people are like, oh, he's such a devil. But when you hear him thoroughly talk about his plan in Joe Rogan's podcast, you go, wait a second. And it's the same way with J.D. Vance. They painted him as weird. But when he went on with Theo Von, everybody in the comments was like, wait, this was the guy they painted as weird? But then you got Tim Walz flailing his arms like, you know, you want to see weird? Here's Tim Walz's wife talking about the education. But look at how she says something just totally preposterous.
You know, if kids are hungry in school, what that does to brain and learning, you're not going to learn to read. So if you're talking about learning to read and closing gaps, then you better take away the barriers for that. If that's tampons, then that's tampons.
Oh, sorry, guys. Tampons. Tampons will help kids read. Really? Like your husband's nickname is Tampon Tim, and you're sitting there talking about tampons, and that might close the barrier. Now, I get providing meals in schools because when kids are hungry, they don't learn as good. But why did tampons even get brought up in that statement? It just shows you how weird they are. Very, very weird. And they wanted to paint that picture of J.D. Vance and Donald Trump. The party of common sense is the one of J.D. Vance and Donald Trump. I don't know what that other party's doing. It's unbelievable. My brother was in Houston over the weekend. I called him up and I go, did you go to the fake Beyonce concert? His friends go, hell no, I wouldn't be caught dead there at a Kamala rally. Houston is waking up. The world is waking up. The people are waking up. And Trump is just providing iconic images. And look at this. That is an iconic image. Trump continues to have iconic images. It is unbelievable what Trump is doing. He is closing like a champ. I've never seen him close like this. Now, I know people will say, don't listen to the polls, Greg. Don't listen to the polls. The polls are trending. Every single one. We're talking the left-leaning ones too, are all trending towards Trump. Now the RCP average has Trump up in the popular vote. The popular vote. Do you know what that means? That means a landslide. He is leading on the RCP average in all 7 swing states. Supposedly, from what I'm hearing from sources, New Mexico, Minnesota, Virginia, and New Hampshire are now in play. Kamala has supposedly given up on Arizona and Georgia. The polls are trending, and we just got to go out there and vote. I have hit a new record, 213 people. Thank you so much. You guys have been amazing today with following me on X, with liking my stuff. I am truly grateful to all of you. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Wednesday night, we're going to have the normal live with the crew. Until then, go out and vote. Do your duty and vote for Trump. Just go do it. Save America from this crazy lunatic Kamala. I love each and every one of you. Stay safe and make America great again.